participants, our today's chief guest, Dr. Nilay Bhuktani sir, respected principal, Dr. V.D. Dhiman sir, head of the civil engineering department, Dr. S.I. Vaikom ma'am, faculty members, my coordinator colleague, Dr. Haresh Golakia sir, and faculty members of our institute. As we all know that today we are on the day 5 of our online short-term training program on advances in soft computing techniques in civil engineering, and we have successfully completed the day, all the day's session with various hands-on sessions and the various topics which are related to the soft computing techniques and their applications in the civil engineering. Now moving ahead, I would like to request our respected principal V.D. Dhiman sir to say a few words about this particular online short-term training program. Dhiman sir.
Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So good afternoon all. On behalf of Dr. S.N.S. Gandhi Government Engineering College, Surat, I first of all welcome our chief guest, Dr. Nilay Bhuktani, for the valedictory function of 1 week online faculty development program, Advances in Soft Computing Techniques in Civil Engineering. So we are indeed very thankful for sparing your time from your busy schedule. I know you're much involved in Vibrant Gujarat, which is the activity to be commencing from 2022, and so many activities you are handling. So thank you so much for accepting our invitation and gracing this function. Soft computing is actually collection of methodologies that aim to exploit the tolerance and impatience and uncertainty to achieve the traceability, robustness, and the low-cost solution. The field of engineering is creative one, and the problems encountered in this field are generally unstructured and imprecise, influenced by intuitions and past experiences. So the conventional methods of computing lies on the analytics or the empirical relations, which become much time consuming as well as labor intensive when posed with any real life problems. So actually the objective of this program was to provide a platform for interaction and exchange of ideas on the recent trends in the field of soft computing techniques and its application. I'm sure the application which was chosen by our eminent speakers were pertaining to the field of civil engineering, but yet it is open to all the branches of engineering. I'm sure all the sessions which were planned with the hands-on session would have definitely benefited our participants. Majority of our participants are the faculties of government engineering colleges. So I'm sure you must have got a good amount of material as well as good exposure in the field of the advances in the soft computing techniques. I'm sure whatever contents you have or whatever knowledge you have gained, definitely you will percolate it amongst your UG students as well as your PG students. So I congratulate the coordinators, Professor Darshan Mehta, Professor Harish Golakia. I also congratulate the convener, head of the Civil Engineering Department, Professor S.I. Vaikom. I also congratulate the faculty members who were directly, indirectly involved in making this program successful. The sessions which were conducted by all the eminent speakers, I also would heartily thank all of them for sparing their time from their busy schedule for giving the insight and sharing their experiences. I thank once again Professor Nilay Bhuktani for sparing his time for this valedictory function. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now let me share the glimpse of this 5 days online training program. So the summary of the training program, this is the schedule of the short-term training program. So I am just going with the summary. So on the day one, on Monday, the session delivered by Dr. Hazi Azamutullah, who is from Department of Civil Engineering from University of West Indies, Trinidad. So sir has expressed and shared his broad knowledge on soft computing to predict the scour around the hydraulic structure. Sir has also explained about the different models which are used for the prediction of the scour depth. And also sir has shown the various applications of the soft computing techniques to find out the scour depth, which is very much useful for the PG students and the research scholar in the nearby futures. Second session will that is conducted by myself, and I have explain the 1D study modeling using the one hydrodynamic software, that is the HACRUS, by considering one case study of the Surat City 2006 flood. And I have also discussed about how to prepare a model in the HACRUS software. Then some important parameters are also discussed which are influencing the flood event and the flood modeling, and how to prepare a model by considering one case study of any river, and then afterwards conducted the hands-on session on HACRUS with a small exercise of a 10 cross sections. Then in the last session, one of our alumni PG student, Chirag, who has shared the basic knowledge of QGIS and how to prepare a flood inundation mapping using the QGIS software. He has also shown different data sources, that from where the data to be collected freely, which are available on the various sources like USGS, then BUON, then NRSC, like that. And he also gave an idea that by which way we can download the data from these online sources. He has also explained about the basic idea regarding the projections and the data sources of different hydrological and hydrometeorological parameters like rainfall, evapotranspiration, temperature, wind speed, as well as the groundwater data. Then on the day 2, we have Dr. Vijendra Kumar, who is assistant professor from GH Rai Soni College of Engineering and Management. He shared the broad knowledge regarding the artificial intelligence. As we all know, nowadays the emerging area is came into the market, and artificial intelligence is also one of the part of emerging area. So he also discussed about the application of AI, artificial intelligence, in various resources and management, and specifically in the civil engineering field. He also discussed about different optimization technique, and among them new technique, that is the particle swarm optimization, he has explained. He has also explained about the ANN, artificial neural network, genetic algorithm, and discussed the new search techniques like Kuko search, artificial bee colony, and colony optimization. Then in the next session, we have Dr. PJ Gundalia, who is professor in LD College of Engineering. Sir has shared the knowledge, broad knowledge on the different applications of genetic algorithm and the cellular automata. He has also discussed about the genetic algorithm applications in the field of transportation, then water resource engineering, and as well as in the environmental engineering. Sir also throw light on the benefits of the genetic algorithm and the cellular automata, and discuss that it is a very vast concept nowadays. So it will be also very useful to the PG students and the research scholar in their research work. Then on the third session, we have Dr. Srinivas Londe, who is professor in Civil Engineering Department of VIIT Pune. Sir gave the knowledge about artificial neural network and real applications in the ocean engineering. He has also discussed about the neuro wavelet and the water level forecasting using the neural network. And sir has also discussed how to prepare a neural network and then explain the whole research work by considering one case study and given the broad knowledge of the ANN. Then on the day 3, we have Dr. D. Nagesh Kumar, who is professor from IISc Bangalore. Sir has discussed about GA and artificial intelligence from basic to the latest field application. Sir also gave the idea on the optimization method and discussed the basic terminology which are related to the optimization and genetic algorithm. And the main part of this session is that Sir discusses the different field application of GA in the field of water resource engineering. And in that application, Sir has discussed the optimal reservoir operation as well as the hydropower optimization from the reservoir. Then on the second and third session, Dr. S.M. Yadav, professor from Civil Engineering Department from SVNIT Surat. Sir has delivered 2 sessions, one on the theoretical base, that is the fuzzy logic and its application, by discussing the case study of the 2006 flood. Sir gave the broad idea on the reservoir operation and how it is carried out for a particular reservoir. Sir also explained every small parameter as well as every small detail which are considered in the reservoir operation using the fuzzy logic. Sir also gave brief idea about the Periyar River Basin flood 2018. And in the next session of the Dr. S. M. Yadav sir, he has given the hands-on session on the basic, that is the AHP, analytical hierarchy process. And in that, firstly, sir explained about the basic theoretical concept of AHP. And after that, sir moved on the hands-on exercise. So that is also very informative and insight knowledgeable session for all the students as well as the faculty member who are working on it. Sir has also explained one problem on the watershed characteristics of the Kosi River Basin ranked against the flood hazard using the AHP process. Sir discussed the whole concept of AHP with step-by-step procedure. So that is also very much informative and useful session for the researchers. Then on the day 4, first session we have of Professor Ishaq Sheikh, who is the assistant professor from GEC Dahod. Sir has discussed about the basic operation and different statistical operations which are solved by MATLAB software. Sir also gave whole and soul information about the MATLAB software and explained the basic information that how the research work is carried out in this particular software. Sir also gave the explanation of the SWOT analysis. So this session is also very much useful for the research work to carry out the mathematical formulation using the MATLAB. Then afterwards in the session 2, we have Dr. Amit Patel from GEC Surat. He has explained about the basic mathematical problems like Newton's forward difference, Newton backward difference, Newton's divided difference using the MATLAB software. So that is also very much helpful for the students. And as the students of the engineering field, they also know about the solution of such numerical problems. But with the use of MATLAB, it is very easy to solve such type of problem. And in the last session of the day 4, we have Dr. Ashish Damania, who has started the session with the basic information on GIS, like how to register the image in the software, how to create the traffic intersection using GIS, like that. Sir also gave the idea on how to classify the images using the GIS software. So this session is also very much helpful for the researchers, those who are working on the GIS. And on the day 5, that is today, we have Dr. Pinakin Patel, who is assistant professor in BBM College. Sir gave the idea about the different geometric component which are used for the highway planning. And in short time of session, sir explained many components, among them super elevation, width, etc. Sir explained the whole design concept with the use of different IRC guidelines. So it is very much helpful for the civil engineers. And in the last session of the day 5, and that is by Dr. Haresh Golakia from GEC Surat and coordinator of this particular event. So sir has given the, sir has discussed about the Origin software, which is mainly used for the statistical plotting for research work. So sir explained about how we carried out the different statistical plot with the use of Origin. And sir has given very insight and the broad knowledge of Origin Pro software. And also sir explained about the Origin Pro software from first step to the final plotting. So how to prepare a graph with the use of Origin, that in detail insight knowledge given by sir. So this way, this 5 days online short-term training program that is completed today on the theme of advances in soft computing techniques in civil engineering. Now we have our chief guest, Dr. Nilay Bhuktani sir. So first of all, we would like to welcome sir with a virtual flower bouquet. So sir, please accept the welcome greetings from Dr. SNSS Gandhi, Government Engineering College, Surat sir.
Thank you.
Now, let me give some brief introduction about sir. Then afterwards, we will have a welcome address of sir. So, as I said, Dr. Nilay Bhuktani sir, right now, sir, at present is the principal of Vishwakarma Government Engineering College, Chankheda. Sir has completed his BE from Gujarat University in Instrumentation and Control Engineering, MTech in System and Control Engineering from IIT Bombay, and PhD in the same area, that is System and Control Engineering from IIT Bombay. If we talk about the experience, then sir has worked as a, sir is engaged in many tasks as our principal said. Sir has also worked as a joint director in technical education, Government of Gujarat. Sir is also worked as a chairman, Technical Education Board, Government of Gujarat. Sir has also worked as a registrar in IIT RAM, Ahmedabad. Then as a professor in the same institute, IIT RAM. If we talk about the career, sir has published many research papers at international and national journals. Sir is also involved in various university administration of GTU and IIT RAM since its first notification. Sir also dealing with almost every area of university and its establishment. Sir established IIT RAM from the very beginning. Sir has also developed norms for UG, PG and PhD programs and the procurement manuals. Sir, first in the state and second in India to remove question paper printing and sending encrypted papers in CD for university at Gujarat Technological University. Sir has conducted GSET Gujarat Common Entrance Test online for the first time in the state across 11 cities, 26 centers and almost 2,700 terminals in the 5 days. 3 sessions per day in the record project time of almost 45 days in 2009. Sir has completed MBA and MCM admissions online with the help of NIC New Delhi in 2009. Sir has also won several awards like Outstanding Institute, Best Institute with the Skill Development Program by ABP News, DNA, etc. Sir also won National Award E-India 2009 for ICT Enabled University, GSET 2009, and also South Asia Award Manthan for GSET 2009. Sir also got nominated for E-Governance Award by PMO for the same. Sir also executed with ACPC recruitment drive for Rural Development Department, Government of Gujarat in January 2011, involving online application form of 1.5 lakh students, online test of 50,000 plus students for 6 different positions in less than 40 days. Sir also implemented e-assessment as a pilot project in ME. Sir also established e-library in 2006 at LD College and RFID based library at IIT RAM. And sir first to bring PG course in instrumentation and control engineering in Gujarat. Sir has guided more than 25 students in masters and also assessment of the PhD at GTU. Sir also actively involved in modernization of the placement cell at LD College, and the placement increased from 60 per year to almost 300 students per year between the tenure of 2001 to 2005. Sir also worked as a coordinator for technical education quality improvement program of the World Bank at LD College 2005 to 2007. Sir is also additional CEO of at Gujarat Knowledge Society. Sir is also actively playing the role in CEO iHub, coordinator study in Gujarat Middle East campaign 2020. Sir has organized.
मैंने ऐसा बोला कि तुम्हारे एक्सपीरियंस का कोई फायदा होता है और मैंने ऐसा बोला है कि रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी वाला काम
Darshan, you are not audible. Darshan, you are not audible. Please unmute yourself.
Now okay?
Yes, now it is fine.
Sir has organized several FDP for MBA and engineering faculties. Sir has also initiated CEP IIT courses in Gujarat for GTU faculty at Ahmedabad, Surat for a week or more duration. Sir is also facilitated several training programs in robotics at IIT Bombay for GTU faculty. Sir play a key role 14 MOUs for GTU during the Vibrant 2011. Sir also playing a key role in establishing research project collaboration with foreign university at IIT RAM as well as with national agency like ISRO, PRN and several others. And sir also play a key role in the development of summer program for BE student abroad in association with Oklahoma University for GTU. So on behalf of Civil Engineering Department of Dr. SNSS Gandhi, Government Engineering College Surat, I would like to welcome sir for accepting our invitation. Now I request sir to give the welcome address for this online short-term training program. Sir, please unmute.
So thank you, Professor Darshan, and thank you, Dr. Harsh Golakia, for this wonderful session. 1 week SCTP for advances in soft computing techniques in civil engineering. I'm sure under the guidance of Professor Dhiman, these all activities have been taking place. I was going through the what I can say, like the areas which are covered into the week-long training program in civil engineering. Apart from the long introduction, what Professor Darshan has given, primarily, I'm more interested into the action part of it. Just immediately in the initial year of my administration, like I've started getting liking towards the civil engineering aspects. When I was working at IIT Ram, there was one good setup we procured. Like it was slightly costly. We procured that with the help of Gunt and Armfeld. It was in the area of fluid mechanics. There was one setup which can it's an experimental setup wherein which you can like simulate the rainfall with different intensity on different types of the material which are being used for the construction of road. Probably that was my turning point for getting fascinated towards the variety of civil engineering aspect. The kind of result what it can give, I was very much surprised what probably software can do for civil engineering. Then probably somehow because the institute wherein which I was deputed was focusing more on the infrastructure aspect, and we had been fortunate to have a good team in civil engineering, roughly around 13 to 14 odd PhD qualified teachers from IT at IIT Ram. With the help of those teachers, we created wonderful labs. And then like the results were I request, because I presume that majority of the people in the workshop who are attending been known to IIT Ram. So whenever you find the time, you visit the lab. Please start learning, because there are plenty of areas wherein which like the wonderful labs had been developed. What I want is that this lab should not be like there only at one place, but then as and when the situation permits, you can always write a proposal to DST, you can always write a proposal to other government agency, and at the same time, our own DTE had started giving approvals for creating several center of excellence in different areas at different colleges. So write a decent proposal and make sure that you develop at least few labs of your choice in your college. I'll tell you, if we don't work in that area, I mean, it's in general comment, then we all have been witnessing that the student interest towards the engineering had been decreasing. At the same time, we cannot say that the importance of engineering has diminished. The importance of engineering is still there. But then we have to accept the fact that we have not been producing the kind of engineers what we should have been, which are required by the industry. So unless and until we give the required knowledge, required practical knowledge, required theoretical knowledge, which industry needs, then probably our government colleges, or be it a government college or be it a private college, but the engineering education as a whole will not get good students. The day will come that student will opt for the certificate course or a course in a particular direction, which gives them a requisite threshold for getting a good job. IT में तो शुरू हो गया है, which we all know that कि instead of going for 4-year program in undergraduate course in computer engineering or in IT engineering, there are students in southern part of the country. They opt for a typical small programs, but focus programs. Like they work for machine learning, they work for artificial intelligence, they work rigorously for 6 months for those kind of programs. And the best part is that they have been getting good jobs. So it is the employment, the requirement of the industry that plays a role. My request to all my civil engineering colleagues is that we have to come out of our comfort zone, and then we have to get ourselves equipped with the technology which are in used at the industry. I'll tell you very frankly, like one of my junior colleague at IIT Ram, within the span of 2 years after procuring 1 or 2 good softwares, he fetched a consultancy work. Please understand, it's not a testing work. He fetched the consultancy work from Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation worth 1.5 crore. So this is what the capacity is. I'm not the expert who can comment, but then like the second area which has really fascinated me when I was doing an hardcore lab development at IIT RAM, that was a smart city area, smart city project. We all have been knowing about the smart city. It's in the buzzword is there into existence for last couple of years. But so far so good. Those who have been abroad, they might be knowing that what exactly the concept of smart city is, because civil engineering is the discipline with the help of computer science people or an IT people, they can create a good smart city project. Like अगर आप लंदन में हो या when you are in an Amsterdam, then like you get an exact feel of the metro train entering to your platform. कि वो कितनी दूर है, कितना टाइम लेगी, वो सभी इंटीमेशन आपको आपके मोबाइल की स्क्रीन पे मिलता है. सेम गोस not only the metro train, but same goes true with the buses also. All these buses and trains are equipped so that you get a real time information, so that even if you are slightly late, say for example, then like within 5 to 10 minutes, like if you have a 5-minute time to reach to the station, and then when you see that the train is going to take 7 minutes, then you will not hurry to that extent, because you know that you have an additional 2 minutes. That is the advantage of the smart city project. A new person like us in a new country, they does not need anyone help कि अगर मुझे यहाँ से point A to point B जाना है, then their app really helps us a lot. So it becomes a responsibility at our end. It's not only responsibility, it's an opportunity also. So please ensure that what are the fine features of smart city projects, wherein civil engineering can play a vital role. Obviously, you need a help from computer science people, but then computer science is penetrated into every spheres of life. So my sincere request to all the civil engineering colleagues is that it could be a good gesture to start understanding the software available. Many of you might be good into many of this software also. I'm not denying this, but then ultimately we all have to start thinking in terms of developing a final product. At least a group of colleagues, like say for example, I can request Professor Darshan or Professor Harish to work. I really don't know their area of expertise within the civil engineering domain, but then there could be a small group can examine the real concept of smart city, and then how far it is doable at our end. Which are the areas wherein which we need to develop our expertise, which are the areas wherein which we already have an expertise, fill the gaps, and then create a proposal. There could be a starting point, and then it starts from that point onwards. So with this, I would say that if we don't pay an attention to the undenying fact of supremacy of computer engineering, at the same time, we have to understand that the underlying technologies of different fields, because computer engineering is providing an application, but then the roots comes from the civil engineering, say for example, in this case. Similar could be the case for other engineering disciplines. So my request to all the colleagues is that we have to create as many experts as possible with the help of computer engineering, with the help of other areas. There could be an area which are more interdisciplinary. It's not only like civil engineering and computer engineering. It could be civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and computer engineering. It could be civil and electrical put together. So these are the avenues in which we have to start thinking. So for my junior colleagues, my sincere request to them that unless and until we don't modify ourselves, we don't upgrade our knowledge into the requisite field, then our own existence will be into jeopardy. With this, I'm again congratulating the entire team of Government Engineering College Surat for conducting this wonderful program on advances in soft computing techniques in civil engineering. I'm sure that we will have many more from the same team or from the different team, but taking us to a different direction. All my best wishes to all the colleagues. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with the group, and all my best wishes to all the colleagues for new projects in your career. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now, it is requested or it is informed to participants. Now, please share your feedback for this online short-term training program. Participants are requested to give feedback for this 1 week online short-term training program. Faculties or students, PG students. Yes, Bhavna ma'am.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Yes.
Good afternoon, respected dignitaries, head of department, professor, and participant. I am Professor Bhavna Ajutia, assistant professor from Marwadi University. Through the 5-day STP, I has been found each and every session unique, informative, knowledgeable, which are delivered from various professors from reputed university such as GTU, NIT, and IIC Bangalore. Few sessions on soft computing technique are gaining reputation like AI-based search application in water resources, engineering and management, application of artificial neural network in ocean engineering and reservoir operation, session on basics of MATLAB and coding learning, application of QGIS in flood modeling and flood risk management through AHP technique. Some few sessions were found on software bases like HackRS, QGIS, Origin Pro, AutoCAD 3D. These are all software found useful in day-to-day life of teaching as well as to the researcher as well as to the MTech student. Additionally, I would like to say thank to organizer Professor Darshan Mehta and Dr. Harish Golakya of Dr. S.S. Gandhi GEC Surat to organize such a wonderful 5-day short-term training program on advanced in soft computing techniques in civil engineering. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, any other participants? We have, I think, 25 participants. So, any students, PG students from MSU, from Bhavnagar? From CK Pithala, Tandra madam, Mittal madam, and Chirag Ladavia.
Hello.
Yes, Chirag.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Dhiman sir and Golakya sir. Good evening, Darshan sir. Myself, Chirag Ladavia, ME 2021 pass out from GEC Surat and currently working at CK Pithala Engineering College and Technology. So, sir, firstly, I want to tell you that a big salute to you and Harish Golakya sir for your great efforts. Because as a PG student of GEC Surat, I know how much efforts are required by you for the proper planning and execution of this kind of STDP. So it is a great job that you all done. And the other thing about the sessions, your sessions are extremely well planned and extremely by perfect faculty members, and they gave the knowledge from the starting to the end. I mean, from the basic to the in-depth level. And so thank you for the opportunity, GEC Surat. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Hello.
Chirag, for your kind words. Yes, ma'am. Chandra, ma'am. Yes, please.
Yes, first of all, I would like to congratulate the team for such organization. It was very well coordinated. The speakers were all like they were experts in their own field. And basically what we liked was all the sessions were 2 hours each, so it was very elaborate. Whatever was covered, the topic, both the theoretical aspect as well as the practical aspect, was well covered, and all the advances like advances which are happening in this field were taken care of. The softwares and whatever technological advances are taking place were taken care of. So I suppose this was a very good thing, and maybe in future, if we can go for we get an opportunity to attend more such workshops, maybe more elaborate on a single field, it will be more helpful to us. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, madam. Any other participants who would like to share? If no, then now we are closing the valedictory ceremony. So before that, I request everyone to stand at your position for the national anthem song. I am just sharing the screen. One minute. 1 minute. One minute, my maybe PC having some problem. 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. Yes, now it's fine. Okay.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे।
Thank you everyone for your active participation in this all the day 5 and valedictory ceremony. Now I will share the MCQ test link in the WhatsApp group, and also the feedback of today's session, that also I will share in the WhatsApp group. And regarding the certificate will be given to e-certificate will be given to you, and it will be sent via email on your registered email address within the 15 days. Okay, so I think of up to 15 or 18 December, we are going to send the certificates, e-certificate on your registered email address. Okay, so thank you so much for all the participants for your active participation during all the 5 days of online short-term training program. and definitely whatever the feedback which is shared by the participants, we will look into it, and definitely we will going to organize such more sessions specifically focus on one particular theme like ANN or artificial intelligence or machine learning like that. So thank you so much. Thank you, Principal Sir. Thank you, Head of the Civil Engineering Department. And thank you all the faculty members, those who have joined in the valedictory ceremony. Thank you. So now I'm ending this meeting.
चलो हम भी लीव कर देते हैं, अभी इसका तो कुछ काम नहीं है, अब ढूंढो इसमें ग्रुप में डालेंगे ना।